Hey guys, I'm back again to review another scene of The Acolyte. We're still at episode 1, and it's scene 2. Scene 2 is the one that blew the internet up where there was fire in space. Now, my criticism on this is probably going to surprise you guys. Let's watch this crap. So now we got the Acolyte title. I don't understand. Right, we're looking at the text here. It's like is it a ring? Is that what the O thing is? Is that a ring? Does Star Wars have the Ring of Power in it now? Right now, I just feel it's something the graphics department spun up. The director didn't check it, and they said, let's go to market. So we just had a character wake up who's presumably the other twin of the character we met the first time. She seems to have had a nightmare. So was she dreaming about the death in scene 1? I think this is a really weak way to show a character. If there is no payoff, there is no explanation for why she woke up like that. I don't even really know what to say to that. It's just ridiculous. If we take a look at it, this actress here who is playing 2 characters, she is not up to this. I mean, it's a good example of an actress who can play multiple characters and connect to them in an episode is the girl from Orphan Black. Every one of her characters were immediately engaging. You believe they were real people and you cared about them. This actress, I'm really sorry. She doesn't have the range to really take one lead, let alone 2. I'm really only 10 seconds into this, and I'm seeing her play everything almost exactly the same. Convenient plot point, something's gone wrong to kick the story on. She has exactly the same haircut as her sister, by the way. I don't know if that's a religious thing. Maybe that'll be explained. Okay, here we go. So we've just got another way to introduce relatability to characters. So in the previous one, we talked about having the character do something nice. In this one here, they're doing that again, but this time they're doing it through banter with a co-worker. My criticism of this is going to be, if we never see this co-working character again, it is a waste of the audience's time, and it is a waste of building the relationship. So there are good ways to do this, and then there's the way I'm pretty much sure they're going to do in this show. So there's the aliens from the Phantom Menace. They speak their own language. That's cool. All right, actually, that's nice to see them bring them back in. Okay, they're going outside. So in the previous episode, I didn't talk about the producer in a show like this. Is that scene we saw in the first scene, the bar fight? We never see that bar again. We never see the exterior of the bar again. We never see the interior of the bar again. And we never see any of those characters that are within the bar again too. All of that is money, right? That is cost. That is construction costs. That is design costs. And it's not if it doesn't pay off into something that's incredible, there's really no need to spend the money. Now, the producers of this show really should have cracked down on that and not wasted it. Immediately in this show here, this scene here, which I know is an introduction, we've already seen a bedroom, we've seen a hallway, now we've seen the exterior of a ship. Let's count out how many different locations there are in this scene too. And unless the locations actually pay off into something worthwhile for the story, it is a very poor use of money. Now we've got a big CGI cost to show how big this ship is that she's working on it. Is it going to be important to the story that she works on a big ship? I hope so. We now have a bridge. So that's 4th location to introduce this character. That's 5. So on the edge of the ship, we have I'm going to call it a control station as well. So that's 5 locations for this scene. And there's the fire in space. Critics on the internet who say, hey, George Lucas had explosions, there's no fire in space, yada, 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 you are correct. You know, if a ship blew up, there would be a brief burst of oxygen expanding, but then the airless space would extinguish it. You are right. But it is a rule of the Star Wars universe that you can blow stuff up with explosions. What there is not in Star Wars is flames that are reacting to the atmosphere, right? There is no atmosphere. There is no oxygen for the flames to burn, right? To fuel the fire. They want her to see the flames so that she has a flashback to some kind of foreshadowing they're doing. They could have done this inside of the ship. So she's set to repair a shield generator. It could have been in the hallway, right? And then you could have the flames inside the ship responding to the oxygen. You could save money on her helmet and the guy she's bantering with's exterior costume as well too. And you could have got the exact same moment. Again, a good producer, a good business-minded studio would have caught this and never let them spend the money. Why is she in a space helmet like that we would have? Don't they have like really cool helmets in Star Wars? They even have them in the front of that Disney helmet thing at this front of all these crappy shows. That's an extension of the bridge now as well too. So we're gonna call that 6. 6 sets that needed to be built either digitally or physically for this scene to happen. I actually kind of like her makeup. I think that's kind of cool actually. Shows have writers' rooms, a collection of writers that will sit around and talk about how to get characters through things. I cannot believe that this was the best idea they came up with. The only way I can believe this is the best idea they came up with is if they spent 10 minutes on this total, never reflected. But even then, I can't explain how a producer, again, didn't look over this, didn't say, surely there's a better way to introduce this. Moreover, these characters were cast, actually. I can't understand why the characters themselves perhaps didn't suggest better ways for them to be introduced. And the dynamic in there as well, I don't understand it. So he looks like a bit of an asshole. He's come in, he's threatened to read their minds. He knows she's on the ship, that's why he's there, so that's pointless. Think he's a dick now? Do I think he's a big, strong guy? I don't think of anything. Again, so this is the third main character in this show that we've seen that you just have no connection with that's been introduced. $180 million this cost. Good for him, he made 9. I don't know how long I've been making this video, but I feel like I've been watching this for hours, right? The pacing is dreadful, and this scene isn't over yet. Again, writer's room should fix this. Director should fix this. A cinematographer, an editor should have caught this and sped this up and made it. They think she killed the Jedi Master. They're just waiting for her in her room and they send 2 junior Jedis to try to take her in. How stupid is this Jedi Order? The Masters are meant to be the best of the best. They think she killed one and they send a Padawan, basically a college graduate, and this guy who's a few years out of Jedi college. They could have called ahead to find out, hey, do you have this person on the ship? When did she get there? Can they speak any slower? Yeah, there you are, she was on the freighter. So, okay, so if these Jedi are meant to be like the police, what they would be doing is on that bridge scene where we saw them come in, they would have been like, hey, look, we know you have this girl here, boom. Did she leave last night? And they would have been like, no, she was here. Can you prove that? And they would have gone, okay, yeah, here are the security recordings. Here are the logs. No one left the ship. Sorry to bother you. We really should have called ahead. So the guy from the bar that wasn't killed, it turns out to be the barkeep. He's just turned up on this ship and decided that to help them identify. Now, in their own script, there are problems with this. They've said where she is just about, on this ship right now, is just about the furthest away you can be from the Republic. This Jedi Master was killed somewhere last night, right? She's here, they're there. So Jedi have to come from Jedi base to there to investigate. Then from there, they have to take barkeep, work out where she is. Somehow they already know and get there in a very short space of time. Second of all, you don't bring one witness. There was a whole bar full of people that saw her fight. Yes, her face was revealed. Hell, they have spaceships. Do they not have surveillance cameras? Or they have surveillance holograms. This is just... Oh, I can't believe I'm saying it, but this is making scene 1 of the show seem like a fucking masterpiece. There's another ship here now. There's a prisoner transport. Why? Why can't they just go back? I guess right. Yeah. Because no one thinks about this show, did they? No one writing this thought for a second. Brand new droid. Okay, another new location. All right, and she's off. Let's finish the... Oh, another digi special effect. There's a brand new... Oh, another ship, another digital special effect. Right? Okay, and it's over. I'm really racking my mind right now to think of a worse thing I've watched recently than that scene. The point of the exercise is I'll watch a scene, I'll break it down, and then without having time to think about it, I will make it better. So the scene has to end in the same way. I'm not allowed to scrap it. So here goes. I'm going to set this scene 1 and scene 2. They could have just happened on Coruscant, right? They could have been on Coruscant. It could have been a bar on Coruscant that the girl broke in and killed the Jedi. Sorry, the girl killed the Jedi Master. So it happens on the one planet. By chance, the other twin, she's on the planet too. So there we are, they're now in the same place, in the same location, security cameras. It really does look like it was her, because she wasn't on the other side of the galaxy. She could have been there. So it's set on Coruscant. We're going to use pre-existing locations that we've probably seen in other Star Wars movies. I can remember in Attack of the Clones, there's a bar. Right, that's the bar where scene 1 happened. Scene 2, she's now working at a hangar, right? She's at a hangar working on ships. So that's where we open. She's there. Some rich guy comes in and wants his ship to get some big kind of crazy makeover. She says, whoa, what a waste of money. And her guy's there that she banters with. And she's like, yeah, can you imagine what you would do if you had this much money? I wouldn't be getting my ship having XYZ, done to it. I'd be off seeing the galaxy, off being far away. Then she can establish she used to be a Jedi and being like, I once had the chance to visit the galaxy. I've seen other places. Sometimes you don't know how lucky you are to have a simple life. Then there's a bit of jokes, a little bit of banter. Okay. All right. So the Jedi can then actually be in a big group at the place where the Jedi Master was killed. We'll reuse that scene, looking around, looking for clues. They're interviewing different witnesses. Yes, the barkeep had the best description of her, describing it. They're thinking, that sounds like someone we know. And then they have recordings and they confirm it's her. And then the Jedis could be like, surely it can't be her. They run some kind of check, beep, 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 and discover she's on the planet. All right, we've got to go talk to her. They go talk to her, and guess what? She was actually out last night, so her boss can't confirm where she was. And so they decide to bring her in, and on a single transport, they fly her back to Jedi HQ for interrogation. Anyway, what would you do? Maybe there's some genius in this scene that I don't understand, that I'm somehow missing. Let me know, and I'll see you in scene number 3. That was seriously horrible.